life.
Welcome all, family and friends of Roshani and Jet. From near and far, before we commence our ceremony, I would like everyone to turn their phones off and put them on silent, please. During the ceremony, there is a stills photographer taking photos, so please restrain yourselves from taking too many photos and getting in the way. My name is Carmel Torcasio. I will be your celebrant today. I will ask you to take your seats, and Jet will be, to all here present today, welcome Roshani and Jet. Hank, do you give Roshani here?
I do.
Thank you. Roshani, would you like to join Jet and hold hands? Roshani and Jet, you are here today to pledge your love to one another before all your family and friends. Welcome. Weddings are wonderful occasions. For some of us, it brings back old memories, and for others, it brings hope for the future. Jet and Roz met in India while Jet was at a conference about travel. On their journeys together, Jet found his love of India and Roshani. Going to breakfast each morning, Jet would see this woman at the elevator checking her notes. Thinking she was part of the conference, he looked for her for the next 3 days until the 4th day, where he got up the courage to ask her out. Each morning, Roshani would see Jet looking at her very strangely. Oh, she thought, another travelling salesman. But to her surprise, he wasn't a travelling salesman. He was there for a conference and looking for family and friends. Jet instantly came up with the idea to help Roshani and also to familiarise herself with the Indian culture and her. The couple spent the next 3 weeks travelling around together, discovering the culture. Roshani also found her birth mother and discovered 3 other siblings who, with her stepbrother, have travelled here today to celebrate this union. Now for the legal part of the ceremony. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you join in marriage, in my presence and the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others. Voluntary, entered into for life. With this in mind, I'm now going to ask you, Jet, will you take Roshani to be your wife?
I do.
Will you cherish her and love her? Stand by her, whatever may come? Will you give your relationship all it requires and deserves, so you can live the rest of your life together in love and happiness?
I do.
Now, repeat after me, Jet. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Jet Michael Roberts,
Jet Michael Roberts,
take thee, Roshani Vidushi Norman,
Roshani Vidushi Norman,
to be my lawful
wedded
wife.
wife.
I'm now going to ask Roshani, will you take Jet as your husband? Will you love and cherish him? Stand with him wherever you may go? Will you give your relationship all it requires and deserves, so that you can live the rest of your life together in love and happiness?
I will.
Now repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Roshani Vidushi Norman, take thee, Jet Michael Roberts, to be my lawful wedded husband. Jet and Roshani have written some words and as vows for each other. They will now share them. Thank you, that was lovely, lovely, lovely. Roshani and Jen have decided to add a traditional Hindu ritual, which is the garland exchange, here today. Here are the garlands. Now, Jet, will you please place one over Roshani? And Roshani, will you place this one over Jet? This garland represents the welcome of Roshani into their lives together, and welcoming Jet into the tradition of Indian life. Can I have the rings, please? Thank you. Roshani and Jet, the never-ending circle of these rings symbolize eternity. Let them always remind you of the promise that you made today and your love for one another. Would you like to take Roshani's hand? Place the finger on her wedding ring.